In this video, we got one of the best defenses right now with the built-in Stunt Blitz out of the nickel single mug. The play we're going to be rocking with is the DB Blitz Text 3. If you have the I think it's the 4-2-5 defense, the 4-3 defense, or the multi-defense, you should have this available in your playbook. Real quick, let's talk about the coaching adjustments. Auto flip turned off. We're blitzing from the left side every single time. Even if they have a running back on that side and they're helping with the blocking, does not matter. Blitz is coming from the left side. Now, the important part is going to be the safety depth, width, and midpoint. This is what I'm rocking. Now, I rock this no matter what defense I'm running. Depth, tight, width, pinch, midpoint on boundary. Everything else is kind of up to you. But let's go ahead and jump into the practice field and show you how we set this defense up and get to the quarterback and create turnovers left and right. All right, first, we're going to go ahead and just show y'all how to set up the blitz. And then I'll go ahead and talk about match properties, all that good stuff, depending on what formation your opponent's in. So let's go ahead and talk about the blitz. All you got to do is bring this guy that's coming off the edge. You just want to bring him down to the line. There's no real sweet spot on where to put him. Basically, about where I have him is going to be the spot you're going to want to put him. You could be a little bit closer, a little bit further. You don't have to focus too much on this specific spot. And then you're going to use the 3-rec hook. Now, against this specific formation, your job is the running back. If the running back goes on a route, you need to pick that running back up. If he blocks, then by all means, do whatever you want. Play the middle of the field. Go help this person. Go help that person. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to bluff blitz. So I'm going to put him on a blitz, and I'm going to bring my guy about right here. Our goal is to pull the center from left to right. And that's going to allow us, even with the running back blocking, because I specifically picked the play with the running back blocking because I already can hear the comments. All I got to do is block the running back. We're picking it up. I want to show you, even with 6 guys blocking and we're only sending 5, not only, but we're sending 5, you can still get 2 people at the quarterback. So let's go ahead and show you what this looks like right here. We're just going to get that center. We want to pull them. Look at that. We got 2 guys at the quarterback. Let's say you ID'd the guy on the stunt. That means the outside guy is still free. Let's say you ID the outside guy. That means the stunt's free. So again, all you got to do is bring this guy to the line. Go ahead and put this guy on a blitz and just move him a little bit. You don't have to move him back too far, and then you just want to move that center over. Again, the consistency is there. We got 2 guys. Mind you, 6 guys blocking, the running back's blocking. Let's say you motion over the running back, or the play is flipped where the running back is on that side. There's still 2 guys getting to the quarterback. The running back can only pick up 1 guy, so that's going to be an issue no matter what. Now, mind you, this is if the running back is blocking. So if the running back goes on a route, I'll show you more or less what you're supposed to do. So if the running back goes on a route, you're going to go ahead and strafe a little bit in front of the center, but you have to sprint out there and pick up that running back. So make sure, and the good thing about this defense is you can put a safety here, and there's a lot of fast safeties in this game to where you can pick up the running back even if he does go on a flat. So that's all you got to do to set up the blitz. Now let's jump into match properties. All right, real quick, before we do move on, I did flip the play. I want the running back blocking on the side that we're going to be blitzing from so you can get the full effect of how people would try to stop this. Now, mind you, my 3-rec hook is not in the middle of the field anymore. We can't base our defense. That's fine, though. I'll explain a little bit more with the match coverage, but specifically against this offense, we have 2 free roamers, the 3-rec hook and the deep zone. One of them is going to have to be the running back's responsibility, which is going to be whoever we're using. So we're going to do the same thing. We're going to move this guy up to the line like this. But now, instead of the sub linebacker, we're going to go ahead and use the deep zone, put him on a blitz, and we're going to do the same thing. We're going to hover over the center, and we're going to try to drag him from the left to the right. So it's going to look something like this. And you can see with 6 guys blocking, we still get to the quarterback. And I want you to watch something. So let's go ahead and just jump into explaining match coverage, since y'all see the blitz can work regardless if we have a running back blocking to the left or to the right. It doesn't matter. So match coverage, the way it works, it's going to be different depending on the formations that your opponent's in. But against a spread formation, your 2 outside cornerbacks, they're going to man up the 2 outside wide receivers. Your 2 purple zones, the seam flats, they're going to man up the 2 slot receivers. You're going to see they're going to follow them. They're not going to go. You can see on my left side, nobody's playing a flat. A lot of people that don't understand match defense, they're going to think, or they're going to wonder, why is my flat not going out there? It's because their responsibility is to man up the slot receiver. And look, we have a free roamer in the middle of the field with our 3-rec hook. If let's say we used the 3-rec hook, that means our deep blue would just go straight back into his zone. But since we're using the deep zone, now our 3-rec hook is free roaming. He's in the middle of the field. He's helping out. Look at this. Look at the confusion with the stunt blitz. Look what happens right here. This is why stunt blitzes are so powerful. The running back has to pick one of them up. the right tackle or the left tackle, whichever side we're coming from, is always going to get confused with the stunt blitz. It doesn't matter if they ID, side shift, all that good stuff. The stunt blitz, that's what stunt blitzes do, confuse the O-line. So again, with our user, we're dragging the center, we're moving them over. Now let's say they run this on you and they decide, let's put the running back on a route. If that starts happening, your 3-rec hook, you can man the running back up with the running back, and you're free to do whatever you want after you drag that center from left to right. And we're going to possibly get 2 people at the quarterback. But that's part of how match defense works. Your seam flats, your purple zones, are going to man up with slot receivers. That's it. And I'll show you when there's 3 receivers to one side what's going to happen. But just understand the purple zones are going to man up slots every time. Outside corners are going to line up with outside corners every single time. All right, so let's go ahead and talk about an empty set. This has been real popular lately around the community. A lot of people running empty. Now, a lot of people can get confused on how cover 3 match is supposed to guard empty. Let me go ahead and break it down for you. Your 2 outside cornerbacks, they are going to guard the 2 outside wide receivers. Now, on the trip side is where it gets tricky. Some people think the inside wide receiver closest to the O-line is the slot receiver. That is not the case. The slot receiver is always going to be the middle wide receiver. Let's say they were in a bunch. The middle wide receiver is considered the slot wide receiver every single time. When there's a trips, no matter what kind of formation they're in, middle is slot. On the left side, the inside wide receiver is considered slot, so my seam flat is going to pick him up. On the right side, my seam flat is going to pick up number 5 with the star under him. Now, this is where it also gets tricky. The inside wide receiver / tight end, number 86. This is where people get confused. That is supposed to be your responsibility. You have 2 free roamers, the 3-rec hook and the deep zone. What you're going to want to do is man one of them up with that tight end / wide receiver. It doesn't matter which one it is because the other one's just going to be a free roam or it's going to be your user. So the good thing about this blitz, you don't have to have that guy in the middle blitzing. You can just press, play over the top, guess pass. Now, what you're going to want to do, though, is man up that tight end / wide receiver on the inside with one of the 2 guys. So all you got to do, go into your individual adjustments, man them up. Now you have everybody following somebody, and you're free to do whatever you want. If you want to, you can continue to do this right here, but you don't have to. I just want to show you don't have to do it, and you'll still get. I think the guy on the outside still gets in free. Yeah, you can see he was getting in free, so you could go help this guy on the left side in the seam flat. I think he just got completely burnt. Let's go ahead and look at the replay right here, and that is so. The better your zone coverage is, the better they're going to play man coverage. I know that doesn't make any sense, but that is the case. So I think, yeah, wait, what happened right here? They're actually playing, no, they're playing zones. Did I change something? I might have changed something. Is it because I manned them up? No, that couldn't be it. Let's see. Let's see if they play zones. They shouldn't play zones. Okay, now he's following them. All right, I don't know what I did right there. So, yeah, if you make some type of adjustments to, I played over the top. So, if you play over the top, that canceled out the match because, look, I'm going to play over the top again. Look at the seam flats. I play over the top. Now they're crow flats. So, you just canceled out your match defense. So, that was my fault. I didn't even realize that I did that. So, I'm going to cancel the play. So, again, we're going to man up the inside guy because that is the only guy that we have to really worry about. Now, I want to show you, you don't have to actually put the guy in the middle on the bluff blitz, and this is still going to work. Which is really good, especially against match because a lot of people like to quick snap. And you can see we got in free, untouched on the outside. And let's go ahead and look at the replay so you can see how everybody kind of manned up with who they were with. So the way match works, I know this is going to sound stupid, but the better your zone coverage is, the better they're going to play man coverage because of the match. So look, everybody follows who they're supposed to. I think the tight end kind of burnt our guard right here. So maybe I would actually man up the safety. Yeah, that wasn't that don't look good at all. But everybody is doing their job. Our outside cornerbacks, they're manned up with the outside wide receivers. Our slot guys on the seam flats, they're manning up with the slot wide receivers. And the guy we manned up with got kind of burnt right there by the tight end. So maybe we man up the safety over the top, give him a little space, and we use the other guy. So what I mean by that, let's go ahead and press. I'll go ahead and man up the tight end with this guy, and I'll play the inside. So let's say that tight end's going on the outside route. Our guy is lined up a little bit to the outside. We can play the inside. I can help both guys on the slots, so I can play the middle of the field like this and pick up whatever I need to. Those are just things that you're going to have to think about as the game's going on. If you want to, you can actually back this guy up, play it like this, and just press. I would 100% guess pass. It's empty. I know there's a lot of good quarterback run plays, but I'm still guessing pass. And then if they keep spanning quarterback runs, then we'll go address that. But you can see our outside guy is still getting in. They played a lot better right there. Again, let's go into the replay so you get a better understanding of this match coverage. Basically, man coverage. Everybody picks up who they need to. Yeah, he did a way better job that time of actually playing them. I think we had him too close. So let's say the outside wide receivers, let's say they go on comeback routes. Our cornerbacks are going to play it like it's man coverage. They're going to try to shut down that corner route or that comeback route. Now, you can see my slot on the left. He is getting burnt. So that's somebody that we would have to pick up. Again, if you have a really good team that has really good zone coverage, this is where speed really is not the factor here. This is more so attributes are the factor. We want that good zone coverage so they could be a little bit more sticky to their guy. But that's what it's going to look like against an empty set. Basically, you can take how I'm playing this empty set into every formation. If it's a trips, you know how they're going to play the right side of the field or the left side if the trips is on the left. You know you're going to have to man up that inside wide receiver / tight end. You know the other side with the 2 receiver / tight end or running back, they have their jobs. They're going to pick up who they need to. So just keep in mind that is going to be a thing. Go into practice mode. Go against different formations so you can see, like, if there's a formation you're struggling against, go against that specific formation. See how the match picks up here or there. Where you need to help out at, and that is how you're going to improve your defense. But the blitz is solid. The blitz is going to get there in a decent amount of time, regardless if they pick it up or not. You can see right here, it's 5-man versus 5-man, and we still get in free without having to do any type of bluff blitzing. Again, we just got to man up the guy. What is going on here? That's not who we want to man up. All right. Why do I keep doing that? I'm trying. Did I do it? Yeah, everything's messed up. Let's cancel it. Again, against the trips, you want to man this guy up. You can press if you have good DBs and then just play over the top. Or don't play over the top. Guess pass, especially if it's an empty set, and just play the middle of the field. And you're going to see we still get to the quarterback in a decent amount of time. Obviously, I would try to help in the middle of the field with those inside routes right there by the slots. All right, so now we need to talk about a strong formation. That means there is 4 wide receivers / running backs, basically 4 available route runners to one side of the field. You can see we have a tight end, 2 wide receivers, and a running back. This is considered a strong formation. Now, some match properties kind of get canceled out. Really, the only one that does get canceled is the seam flat on the opposite side of the strong formation. So now instead of 2 free roamers, you have 3 free roamers. The 3-rec hook is going to go into his zone. The deep zone is going to go into his zone. So that means there's 2 guys we got to worry about, the tight end and the running back. The cornerback on the right side, he's going to pick out that outside wide receiver. The seam flat, he is going to pick up the slot wide receiver every single time. The solo wide receiver is going to get picked up by our cornerback on that side. So we could do different things here. Now, remember, we need to worry about the tight end. We need to worry about the running back. Same thing, though, here. We're going to go ahead and do this. So what I would do is man up my safety with my tight end. I'm going to go ahead and do my bluff blitz, and I'm going to pick up the running back if he goes on a route. So it's going to look like this. Running back goes on a route. We're there to pick it up. That's just a bad user tackle. But if you were watching, our DB on the outside was getting to the quarterback. They just made the quick read to the running back, but everything else was pretty much bagged up. Again, all you got to do is that. DB came down himself, so we're going to just go ahead and let it play like this. I think I'm a little too far. Yeah, you want to about right here. We're going to bluff blitz, get to the running back. Everything is bagged up. Now, the good thing is I have help on the left side now. My seam flat is going to basically play a curl flat. But what you can do, let's do this, where we're actually not even going to bluff blitz. We're actually going to blitz them, and we can use the seam flat ourselves. So we can do this now, and you're going to see the middle of the field looks wide open, but everybody's going to be manned up. So it's going to look something like this. We're actually going to send our linebacker, and we're going to pick up the running back with the other seam flat. So that's something you could do, and let's just go into the replay so you can see everything I'm saying is actually happening. Slots getting picked up by who he needs to be getting picked up by. Cornerback is picking up who he needs to pick up. Look, you can see he's following him in that inside cut. Both cornerbacks, they're following him like it's man coverage. We're sending that blitz. It's getting in. You can see we getting untouched over there on the left side. We have to pick up the running back. We manned up the tight end with who we needed to. So remember, if it's a strong formation, the inside guy on next to the O line and the running back, you gotta either man them up or pick them up yourself. Everybody else will be naturally picked up by the match defense. All right, for the people that stick around, I want to show you something you can do that is complete max coverage. And we're still going to be able to get to the quarterback. This is going to work against all strong formations, meaning 4 available receivers, or 4 available route runners to one side of the ball, like you see here. Same thing. We're going to bring this guy down, but now what we're going to do is we're going to put our outside defensive tackle, our defensive end, on a hard flat. And watch what I do with my user. I'm going to use the stunt, but we're not actually going to fully commit to the stunt blitz. We're just going to do it enough to where my outside DB can get to the quarterback. So look, we have 4 free roamers out there. Our deep blue going deep, our 3-rec hook in the middle, our hard flat to the sideline, our seam flat to the left. Outside wide receivers are manned up, slot receivers manned up. Now, yes, the tight end's free, the running back's free, but we have somebody in every position that they could go that's in the matter of 2 to 3 seconds. By that time, the blitz is going to get there. We have somebody going to those areas. My goal is to pick up the tight end, though. Like, let's say he goes to the middle of the field or he does some type, just anything. The goal is the tight end. We're gonna just bounce out and look at that. That is max coverage, and we still get to the quarterback. Now let's go ahead and look at the replay of this real quick. I just want to show you everything that happened right here. So our 2 receivers on the right side, they're manned up. But look, I have a hard flat. Let's say that for whatever reason, number 5 was running a zig route. That's bagged up on my hard flat. The running back's going on a flat route. We have our hard flat there. Let's say they did a post route. We have our deep blue zone over there in the post route. Let's say that this guy needed help over here on the left side. We have our seam flat turning into a curl hook because he has no responsibility. And look, let's say that the quarterback wanted to throw it right here on a curl route. That's picked up. Now we're in the middle of the field. If the tight end does go anywhere, we're going to pick him up. Just enough time. The 3-rec hook gives us just enough time to do whatever we need. We're only sending 3 guys right here. This is where it can get really competitive, really glitchy. And there's different things you can do. Mind you, let's say you don't want to worry about the tight end. We can still man the tight end up with the inside sub linebacker that goes on the 3-rec hook, or even the safety. I think it's smart to keep the safety there for any deep posts. So I would definitely man up with the 3-rec hook, because we're going to pretty much play the middle of the field. Like you see right here, I'm playing the middle of the field. We have our hard flat. We have our curl flat on the left. And then our deep blue if they run some type of post route. So everything is basically bagged up right there. And we're only sending 3 guys. This is a 3-man blitz, and we're still getting to the quarterback.